Hey guys, I'm so excited to be filming today. I got a ring light and a new mic, so if it's looking brighter, if it's sounding better, that's why. Yeah, I just feel a little bit more like leveled up a bit, you know? Because I've just kind of like in previous footage, I've just been kind of like, I wish it like a little bit brighter and it sounded better, but I'm hoping this helps. Yeah, I have it all rigged up, so I hope that this enhances the quality. Today, I will be playing with the Bperfect Carnival palette by Stacey Marie. If you don't follow Stacey Marie on Instagram, she does the most like insane looks. She does these really blown out, like smoky, but with like a pop of like color kind of makeup looks. And I was like, I'll show you, like insane, like the best colors. I mentioned in my previous video that I've been looking for a colorful palette, but I just couldn't find one that I felt like had everything I wanted it to have in a palette, and this just like hit the mark. Like I have some shimmers, but it's not a lot of shimmers because I feel like I can be really particular about shimmers. Like they really need to just like be like showstoppers. And a lot of times when it's kind of a mixed palette, the shimmers will just kind of be kind of flat or not as like pow as I want them to be. So I primarily want mainly like matte shades in a palette, and this one has a lot of matte shades, and the shimmers that it does have are like super beautiful, and I've really actually been enjoying them. But yeah, like you have pinks, you have purples, you have greens, you have like yellows, you have some neutral like shades, you have some blues. Like it's really just like it's so beautiful. And I've been playing around with it this week, but I was like, I really want to do a video featuring this palette, but like how do you see this and just decide on one makeup look? Like it's just not possible. Like you have to do more than one. So I decided today to do a 3 looks 1 palette kind of tutorial. Did my base already and my brows, and I'm hoping that like I don't have to redo my base each time that I do a look and like take it off. So we'll see how that goes, because this could take a while if that's the case. But yeah, so I did my brows. Yeah, so I'm not going to show you how I do my base or anything, or how I do my brows or anything. We're just going to stick to the palette and the eye looks, because we're going to do some fun looks. I'm thinking doing like a colorful, a little bit more like simple look. I'm thinking about doing kind of like a more wearable, almost like bridal look, and then like a grungy kind of smoky eye. But yeah, that being said, let's get into it. So I zoomed you guys in a little bit more. I'm not gonna zoom you guys in all the way because I'm gonna be talking, and I feel like it's weird when you can't see my mouth. I have already primed my lids. I used the p.louise eye base, which I just got also, and I've been loving it. This is in 0.5. It really like blocks out all the pigment in your eyelids, and I've been using it with the MAC 270S, which I literally got yesterday. And it's so perfect for buffing out your eyelid, because I was having problems with this base where I was like, it was so hard to buff it out like to the level that I wanted, you know? This really, if you're looking for a good brush for buffing out like eyeshadow, this is the one. But I was at Nordstrom yesterday and I got this sweater, but I just walked by the MAC counter. I've been wanting some brushes, and I was like, ooh, like, hi. And then the person working at the counter was like, oh, by the way, we're doing like 15% off everything at the counter today. And I was like, okay, charge it, because I'm gonna be stocking up. Honestly, makeup products so rarely go on sale, but like for MAC brushes to be 15% off, that doesn't happen very often. So I was like, charge it, get it, put it in my cart. So I got the MAC 270S, and I also I've gotten this before, but I really love it. It's just like this little detail brush, so it's perfect for doing like little detailed crease work. So I was so excited to get that again. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it on one eye and then come back and show you guys how to do it on the other eye. So I'll be right back.
Approximately 10 hours later.
This is the look I came out with. It's kind of like a all matte, colorful moment. So let's try to do it on the other side. What I'm gonna start out with is I'm gonna buff out the primer base. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take my favorite MAC 224, and I'm gonna take the Keen shade, this bright yellow, and I'm just going to start really putting it on the inner corner and then all around here. But like these shadows are really pigmented. They're like, they have a little bit of fallout on some of them, but I think when you're making like colored eyeshadows, I think it's pretty common. And if you just tap it, it's fine. Next, I'm going to take Lit, and I'm going to add that underneath Keen and focus it on this inner corner. And then right underneath the Lit shade, I'm gonna mix a little bit of Guilty with a little bit of the Lit shade. And I'm just using a little Morphe M506. Next I'm gonna take, this is just this little ColourPop brush. If it had a name, it's worn off. And just a little bit of the p.louise eye base on the back of my hand and start cutting that crease. We got the crease cut. Next, I'm going to grab a little MAC 230, just a little packer brush, and I'm going to be taking Foolish, which is this like really cute neon coral shade. Just start packing that on. And then to get really up close to the crease, I'm grabbing that little MAC 228. I think I could deepen up right next to that pink shade a little bit more. So I'm gonna mix Lit and Guilty like I did before on that little brush. I'm gonna kind of make it a little bit softer out here. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil. It's just in like a nude shade. I think it's called Walk of Shame. And put that all in my waterline. And then I just have this little Urban Decay brush that just has a little smaller end to it. And I'm going to take Sky, and I'm gonna pack that along my waterline on top of the cream eyeliner. And if you guys, you know, don't want to be spending money on like 1,000 different liners, I think I talked about this in my last video, this is the way to do it because it stays all day and you can do like any color you want. Now what I'm gonna do is I have a little, where to go? This little ColourPop brush, it's like one of my favorite brushes for doing the lower lash line, and I'm gonna take the Keen, the really bright yellow shade, really blow that out under the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take, I'll probably just take this little MAC brush and I'm gonna mix Lit and Foolish and take that all along here. And like, obviously we aren't going for a natural look, guys, so don't be afraid to really just like blow it out. And then I am probably gonna take a little bit Guilty mixed with Lit and just right next to that blue shade. For inner corner, what I did is I took this shade Pink Me, which looks like a matte white, but then it has this like really strong pink reflex, so it doesn't even come off really white. It comes off like this really bright pink. All right, so I think that's done. I'm gonna pop on some lashes and show you the finished look. So this is the finished look. Very bright, very colorful. Feel like a Rio de Janeiro canary. I love it. It's fun to play around with colors. It's not something I do very often, so I think it's good for me as an artist. Lips, I threw on Ofra Aries, and I used Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin underneath, almost like a lip liner. But yeah, we'll get started on the next look. Okay, makeup look number 2. Went and got some coffee. I like to do cold brew with some coconut milk and like a dash of heavy whipping cream. It tastes like coffee ice cream. Oh, and I do like a drop of like stevia because I don't do sugar. I drink so much coffee in a given day, guys. It's like probably very unhealthy. All right, so for the next look, I am gonna go ahead and do the same thing I did before. I took off the other makeup, touched up my base, re-primed my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and do one eye off camera, and then I'll come back and do the other eye. All right, so this is the look that I finished on this side. It's very soft, no cut crease, nothing crazy, nothing complicated. But yeah, I think it's really kind of like an easy look for any kind of like fancier occasion or not fancier or grocery shopping. or go into the gym. No, probably don't wear this to the gym. That could get gross and sweaty. But yeah, it's just like an easy looks like prom or wedding. I think it would be really pretty wedding makeup. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I already got the primer down, still using the p.louise base. I'm going to go ahead and buff that out again. Then I'm gonna go in and basically I'm only using this little L over here. First I'm gonna go in with basic and then I'm gonna deepen it up with rowdy, and then for the shimmer shade I'm gonna be using hush. So first going in with basic, and I'm using Luxe crease brush. You guys, I've been really trying to up my brush game recently because good makeup brushes make a world of difference. Like people are always like, man, I could never do makeup like that, like la la la. But if you invest in quality brushes, the ease of applying makeup and applying eyeshadows especially goes like through the roof. Like it's so important and will make your life so much easier. Like this Luxe crease brush is one of my favorites. Both of the MAC brushes that I got yesterday that I've been using today, I'm so over the moon about. And I just ordered the Cosette mini blender brush, and it's like this kind of a similar shape to this but like tiny, and I'm so excited to use that. Okay, next I'm just gonna grab, this is the Luxe Smoky Shader in the Hush shade, and I'm not cutting the crease or anything, but I am kind of applying it in a cut crease fashion. Soft cut crease. Brush, do you guys want to know what I do when I'm applying brushes and I don't have time to like clean them? I just I'll have a towel with me, and if you just give it a good wipe, it's like basically clean. Also, brushes kind of tend to work better when they're a little bit dirty. Just a pro tip. And if you're just using brushes on yourself, like if you're working with like a client, I get it. You need to have clean brushes. But if you're just working on yourself, who cares? Like I'm way more like on top of cleaning face brushes than I am cleaning eye brushes. With face brushes, like I'm more prone to clean them because worried about like breaking out, but like with eye brushes, I mean, I feel like you'd have to be doing something pretty wrong or having an allergic reaction to break out on your eyelid. Like that might be a bit of a medical emergency. I'm taking the Rowdy, the deeper of the shades, and just packing that on the outer bit of the eye. I'm gonna go back and kind of re-intensify that Hush shade. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with that nude shade, and I'm gonna just take basic, the lighter of the two matte browns, and pack that along there. Now I'm gonna take that ColourPop brush with the basic shade, buff it on the lower lash line, kind of connecting it up. And like, these are just kind of basic, like neutral brown shades, but I really like them. They're like very pigmented and like a very good tone. Next I'm taking MAC 228. I feel like I keep finding that with oh my god. Ooh, that went on a little bit stronger than I wanted it to. But what I was saying, I keep finding with eyeshadows that like I'll see that in the pan and I'll be like, oh my god, I feel like I already have colors like that. But when you're like a makeup enthusiast, you know what I mean? You can like, you think you have that shade, but you probably don't. And then when you like apply it and start working with it, you're like, ooh, this is like, oh god, this one has a little something else. Like it's similar, but it's not the same because it's like there's different formulas and stuff. Next I'm gonna take the Morphe M506, and I'm using the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Cocoa Bling, and it is just like a poppin' inner corner / brow bone highlight. Okay, I'm gonna throw on some mascara and some lashes, and I'll be right back to you the second finished look. So this is the second finished look. It's just easy. A lot of people can do this look. It's that warm tones. It goes with a lot of complexions. I really like it, and I like these lashes with it. I feel like if I was to get married one day, I would want to have like a wispy kind of lash like this. I just did the same lips that I had before because I just couldn't be bothered to switch that out. So even though it's a crazy colorful palette, you can still do kind of like basic, more approachable makeup looks like this. Now let's do the last one. Last look is going to be this very grungy blue gold smoky eye. All right, so I'll zoom in and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to take a little MAC 230, little packing brush, and we're going to go into the shade Mood. So I'm mainly going to be using Mood, Envy, a little bit of Shuffle, and Hustle. Oh, and a little bit of Moony, which I'll show you. I'll use it in the inner corners. So, first I'm going to buff out the primer, then just start really packing it on the inner corner. And then for the middle, because I'm going to be putting another shadow there, I just kind of like lightly go between, because it's okay if there's some shadow there. So you just kind of get that like very intense looking initial color laid down. Then I'm gonna take, where did she go? Luxe crease brush, and I'm gonna take Envy, which is that green color, and I'm gonna use that to kind of start buffing out the edges of the blue. And then I'm gonna get that Shuffle kind of mustard shade. Now I'm going to go back in with the Mood, which is the dark kind of navy shade, and re-intensify the inner and outer corners. Taking Morphe M506 with the Mood shade, and then I'm going to kind of just... Alright, now I'm going to take Hustle, which is this like gorgeous olivey, and I'm just going to, olivey gold shade, I'm going to get it on my finger. And I'm just gonna lightly tap it in the center of my eyes. And I like doing this with a finger because it's kind of such a different color than the blue. It could tend to look a little stripey. So if you kind of apply it with a finger and kind of go side to side and kind of spread out the glitter a little bit, kind of does the blending for you, because it's already gonna stand out as like a center lid color. You don't need it to be incredibly pigmented right there. Just has a nice kind of grungy yet colorful look. I think that's looking good. I'm gonna do the lower lash line like we've done and all the other looks. Walk of Shame, Urban Decay nude liner, pop it down there. Oh, do you want to know actually what I did? I'm forgetting what I did. I used this Givenchy Kohl water pencil. I actually really don't like this water pencil, or eyeliner pencil, because it does not stay put, but if you're setting it, then it's alright. And then grabbing the Mood shade and pack that on there. If you have a phobia of things in your waterline, this is not the technique for you. Also though, we talk about that Desi X Katie Part 2 Dose of Colors collab coming out, because it's not out yet, but it's bought. I haven't bought it, but I've bought it, you know? I think I saw that they posted the release stuff like on Instagram, and I think I audibly gasped at work because I didn't get any of the previous stuff from Dose of Colors, but now that I feel like I'm engaging more on like Instagram and YouTube, I find it easier to convince myself to let myself buy makeup, because I'm like, oh, I'll use it for a tutorial or something, you know? And now I'm taking that little... This brush is amazing. This is like... I never knew I needed it, but... Well, I did kind of know I needed it, but it's like even better than I remembered it being. And it used to be natural fibers, but now it's synthetic. And I think I like it more synthetic. It's almost like a Cleopatra vibe. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same little MAC brush with the Hustle, the olivey gold shade, and I'm just going to tap that on the center of my lower lash line to kind of follow that shimmer shade down. Alright guys, so what happened just then was my battery died, so got cut short. Didn't really miss too much though. I just threw on some lower lash mascara, did an inner corner highlight, threw on some lashes, but yeah, I like how it turned out. I don't usually do smoky eyes too often. I don't know if I like how they look on me. Like, I want to be like that badass chick with the smoky eye, but I think that... I don't know. I think that I don't have like squinty eyes. I have very like round eyes, so I think I can just look kind of like, I don't know, like kind of scary with the smoky eye. But yeah, I like how this one turned out though. It's been a long day of filming, doing 3 looks in one day. Actually, while my camera was dead, I redid like my entire base because I'm going out after this. And my base had like been through it today. It was falling apart. Yeah, I think today was pretty successful. I drank so much coffee in the process. I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna go out. It's a friend's birthday. Thank you so much for watching. Literally means the world to me that anyone would sit down and watch my video. It means so much to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that jazz. Means the world. I love you all so much. I hope you're having the best day. Good night. Oh my god, I wasn't recording. I look like a damn canary with this sweater and this eyeshadow.